Let's just start whenever.
Just whenever.
Okay. Hello and welcome to week 49 of the Biker Gauntlet 5 Monday Night Rollback. I'll be one of your gracious hosts for this evening, Adam or Senpuu, and I'm joined here tonight with
Jambor or Weirdling.
Hey,
You probably know me from places like Edinburgh, where I got absolutely fucking shafted by everybody I played. Especially release bogus who gatekept me from reaching Celestial and also completely demolished, well, not completely demolished me, but also beat me in SEL 5. So he is just my ultimate nemesis at this point.
Shout out to Release Bogus, your rival.
my nemesis.
Man, yeah, sure, it has been a great week of us just kind of playing some tournaments. As you said yourself, you were at Edinburgh playing some XR for those guys, with those guys, I should say.
Yeah, clearly I'm not up to par with the people skill with it.
Yeah. I mean, you got to imagine that most guys have been playing this since release, whereas we're or yourself are pretty new to the scene.
Oh yeah. I've only played Exard I started playing like 2 weeks before Strife dropped, so it was like almost non-existent.
It's purely preparation for Strive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, amongst other things, we all played in the kind of knockout rounds, the top 16 for the SEL 5 tournament as well, hosted by Esports Scotland. Thanks again to them for hosting that. We all had a great time, despite all going straight to losers and getting put out. Apart from Reinart himself, we all got put out round 1 of losers. Reinart made it to round 2 and almost got through. Very, very close.
Yeah.
To be fair, like all of our games were incredibly close. Like my winners bracket game was not very close, but my losers bracket game was incredibly close. An absolutely fantastic game against TWS Gibble. Shout out to that guy, great guy. Different player than I played against 2 months ago in the Community Cup, by the way. Made some massive improvements.
I also fought Gibbo. I had an easier time, but that's because I actually really like the chip matchup.
Yeah.
So I every time I can fight the chip, I will, because to me it feels like such a fair fucking fight.
Yeah.
Because every time I fight a chip, it's like, if you can keep me guessing and I guess wrong, you will win. Yeah. But I catch you once, you're dead.
That's it. Yeah.
And it's such a fun matchup. It's the same with Milia or even Nago. It's very similar in terms of the Baiken matchup. So yeah, Gibbo's also a really funny guy.
Yeah, absolutely hilarious, giving us a lot of laughs from his Twitter account. So that's been a lot of fun. But yeah, great week overall. We all did really well.
Yeah, I kind of like, after seeing the what was it, what was the first round called? It was the
first round of winners.
No, what I meant is before the knockouts. What was it called?
Like the group stage.
Group stage.
The group stages. Okay.
So yeah, in the group stages, when I saw the players that are actually part of the tournament, I could see that we would probably not make it to top 8, but we have a small shot that we could.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's always a chance. Like, I know that there's a very small modicum of luck. The rest of it is based on skill, but I felt like we all had a reasonably good chance of it, at least getting through the group stages. As for playing for the knockouts, it's all up in the air at that point.
Well, this is actually something that I find quite like fulfilling in a way, because we have only been doing this for like a year.
Yeah.
And before that, we did not really spend like any like meaningful time with fighting games.
Very true.
I mean, you guys have played like fighters, but you didn't play it to the level of going to tournaments and shit.
No. We played at a purely basement level.
Yeah, so the actual like level of playing that we're doing right now, considering that we have only been really like focusing on this for like a year at this point.
Yeah,
I think we have done really well.
Oh yeah, incredible! It's incredible. Like, it's so easy, especially with like meeting people from Kirkcaldy and the BLF, and then getting connected with the guys out in Edinburgh as well, and Dundee and Aberdeen. Just kind of bringing the whole FGC of Scotland together, which I think that's really helped. Kind of bring our awareness up, and then after that, it's all about just kind of the attendance.
Yeah,
confidence to show up and display your skills.
Yeah, it's actually a fun bunch.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, everybody that I've met so far is absolutely fantastic.
And then we have like, you know, the resident commentators like Proxy. Like I actually really liked it how I actually said hi to Proxy at Edinburgh, and he brought that up on the stream, and I was like, clearly I've made an impression just by saying hi.
No, it was really nice to have a shout out from both of them, Proxy and Mr. Tank himself. Great to see Robert on the desk before that, obviously, but not having the time to keep up with that meant that we got Tank instead. But absolutely fantastic bunch either way.
Yeah. Tank can talk.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He can carry Proxy when Proxy's out of breath.
Or anyone for that matter.
Yeah.
Big shout outs to those guys.
Well, yeah, we'll have like a small like recap of that as well.
Yes,
we're just recording all the matches we had, and then we can just have like a gauntlet style sort of recaps. That we just go through all the games, and everybody would just like comment on their own games, and then we just like explain how we felt at the time or how the mental shifted here and there. So it will be like I guess it would be a fun experience for people that played against us, or maybe just for ourselves, just having fun. Yeah,
or anyone just kind of looking to get into the scene itself. This is what it's like. This is what it takes to actually get into fighting games. It's not a lot, surprisingly enough. You know. So for anyone interested, they'll be there. We'll be recording them and just taking a look at them. Mostly taking a look at them for like our own benefit. We can look at kind of what happened, what things we want to change for next time. But as always, the content's there. We'll put it up. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, if it helps just one person, then you know it's worth to be online.
Exactly, even if that one person is Johnny.
Who's also participating in it.
Who was also participating, but yeah.
That's also good that we get his footage, because we lost like 2 of his games because the stream kind of like... So Hositron got dropped, so we missed the 2 games that followed the first one because... Yeah, he couldn't get back into spectate.
Yeah, because they were hosting the room. I think the room had a bit of connectivity issues, and the 2 players, you know, filled with adrenaline, didn't wait for the streaming guy to spectate and just started beating the living shit out of each other.
So yeah, like we missed it on the stream, but luckily we can sort of catch it because I think Reinart was watching it. So he was streaming it to us.
He was spectating it, yeah. So we were able to catch it through a screen share from himself.
Yeah, but hopefully soon enough we're actually going to get like a proper recorded footage of that.
Yeah, more on that.
Yeah, I mean that was SCL5 fun shit. Yeah. We're going to go to Aberdeen.
Oh yeah,
on the 29th.
I forget what the tournament's actually called itself. Another Strive tournament.
Is it not Aberdeen Reset?
I wanted to call it Reset, but I didn't want to be wrong and look bad.
I think it's called Reset. Well, it's Gibbo's tournament, so...
Oh, wow, okay. So if we go, we'll get to meet him in the flesh. I can flash kick him for reals, nice. Nice, better get working on my charging puts, IRL.
Nice. So, yeah, that's what happened. So this gauntlet is also special, by the way. So it's like, I don't want to get, like... all the attention away to what's happening in the BGF with the tournaments, because the tournaments are really important.
Yeah.
But what we have here is Queso Chaos being champion for the first time.
For the first time, yes.
And Reinhardt being the spoon holder for the first time.
Oh yes.
Which is also a big deal.
The most unique of BGF gauntlets.
Yes, the most reversed gauntlet we have ever had. So apart from having a great like time with tournaments and stuff, we also have a great time with the gauntlet itself.
So overall, it's just been a great week for fighting.
Yeah, it's just like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that and the Street Fighter 6 beta. Oh boy.
Well, I didn't get to touch it. But again, that is a game that I'm actually interested in, unlike the one game that has died and we don't mention its name anymore.
No, we don't talk about it anymore. We don't talk about DNF though. Oh no, it said its name! A curse on me, a pox on my tongue.
Purge. So if you have not watched us before, which I don't blame you for, because this is a hard sell for most people, it's an hour long. It's an hour long mediocre gameplay from us beating each other every week. Is roughly the same because it's the same 4 players fighting each other, which I understand is not something that people like to watch necessarily, but it's good for us because we can document our progress. So if you're watching us for the first time, This is Monday Night Rollback, and the rules are as follows. We have a champion, everybody fights the champion. Whoever defeats him progresses to the next round to face up for the belt, and whoever loses, or should I say the two worst performing players at the end of the gauntlet, face off to avoid getting the spoon. And right now the spoon holder is Reinart, which is the first time in his life,
or within the last year.
Well, yes. that mountain used to be volcano. Now he's just mountain.
Nice.
So yeah, so we go with reverse order. So Case of Chaos decided to go with the spoon holder first, which is Reinart. So if you have nothing else to say, we can just get into the games.
Yeah, I mean, one last thing. We are now looking for a new marketer, so anyone that's sort of good at that sort of thing.
Oh no, my job.
We need to promote our material. I know it's a hard sell, but it's not all bad, I swear.
Honesty is the best policy, yo.
That is very true, and yes, with that, I have nothing else to add.
Alright, in that case, let's rock. So here we go, the first match of the evening. The unlikely scenario. The spoon holder Reinart against the champion Case of Chaos.
He looks so dominating in the headshot already, like he's taking up 60% of the screen just like neutral.
It's so hard to do versus screens with Potemkin.
That is such a big guy.
Unless he's champion, it's just a fucking pain. And when he's champion, like the opponent's gonna be super fucking small, so it's always a pain.
Such a big guy with such a tiny, tiny head.
Change means Jamie.
Quick, where's your testament? Whap out your pocket testament.
I actually like that he's sticking with
You almost said Randall though.
No, I was gonna say Reinhardt as well.
Oh, okay.
I'm the same as Johnny, because he just at this point he just associates the character with the player.
Yeah. Oh, I see. So Johnny will always be the Leo to you. I see.
No, cause with Leo it doesn't work because both of you play Leo.
Yeah.
Although if Jam ever drops up, it's gonna be different.
Oh yeah, definitely. Please don't tickle my pickle like that. And there's the first Potemkin buster of the evening. Very quick off the mark. Straight into Garuda Oki as well. Man's been practicing.
Yeah, like clearly, like he's been shitting himself because he was getting ready for the SEL.
Yeah.
And this is the night before the SEL.
Yeah.
So we were all just like, oh my god, what are we gonna do? So
Kara missed it.
Case of Chaos has been really like the one thing I would say is that he's clearly improving at a rapid rate.
Definitely.
So what we have is run straight into the buster. Talking about improving at a rapid rate. Oh yeah, that's Reinhardt keeping him from safely bursting.
Yeah.
Which is one of those annoying Potemkin things that you cannot really do much with. Because the only way you could burst that properly is then when you're actually getting hit.
Yeah.
So you would still eat the hit and then get rid of it. But if you're trying to like preemptively burst, nah,
you're not gonna get it. Yeah, and even at that as well, you got to burst it at the exact moment that it's coming out as well, right?
Yeah.
So you've got like a very small chance to thread the needle.
So yeah, so like I was saying, like Case of Chaos has been really good recently.
Yeah.
And I figured it's because
that's going to be a kill. That's
right, it gives me enough time to talk. So his general like execution and skill and everything is up to par with the rest of us.
Yeah.
It's just his mental that's very fluctuating. Yeah. That's nice cut off back Mega Fist.
Yeah, I was gonna call it if you didn't. There's one. We don't need a Kara back Mega Fist counter yet. Give him time. There's Targar though, okay as well.
No, but like I think the reason Reinhardt needed to, or felt the need to like super like improve on his execution and shit, is because the other Potemkin we had in SEL, Patriot Panda, yeah,
the king of
I almost said Samson, but Samson was only in for the group stage,
yeah.
and he is the in my opinion, the most entertaining Potemkin to watch I've seen so far.
He most certainly was. Absolute great shout out to that guy. Sorry he didn't make it through the group stages, but it was a thrill to watch.
Yeah, he was the most like hard Potemkin I've ever
yeah.
seen, just like rushing down the opponent.
And then what do you think a Potemkin is going to do at round start? Whatever that is, he's not going to do it.
He's gonna do the opposite.
Yeah, he's going to do the least likely thing. Do you think it's going to be Kara Buster? Nah, it's going to be like Kara forward Mega Fist.
So I think Patriarch Panda kind of like put the fear into Reinart.
Yeah, well, seeing the skill level or someone wielding Potemkin with such kind of fluency and agency as that guy, I can only imagine it gave him a kick up the ass.
So that purple the PRC that we have seen from Reinart. That I remember that happened because for some reason my computer decided to go for a lag.
Oh,
And it just had like a second of just like freeze.
right.
And as he did the RC, it just turned out to be purple.
Oh, right.
And that was the reason why it was purple.
Should have been red, I guess.
Yeah, he was going for red, but it turned purple. Which is nice. It got a bit more blue.
I mean, these things happen. There's really not a lot that you can do about it apart from just run with it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, he still got the round, so.
Yeah, exactly. It didn't hamper him enough that it caused them to lose. So
I remember, I think it was after this game where KCKO said that I know what you mean. It's really difficult to just like be in a champion position and defend the belt, because it's like, you know, you can basically get the belt just by beating the champion, and the champion being able to beat the rest of the crew.
of course, yeah.
But having to defend your belt, that means that you need to beat everyone.
Everyone, yeah. And I mean, this is only game one, so I mean, like, he's got a mile to go after this. You know, this is still not over yet. Every opportunity to come back with 3 wins, and that's already him. 5 games through in the night.
Yeah.
You know, still with another best of 5s another 2 best of 5s to come through as well.
Oh, there we go. On
Okay.
the board.
Excellent. Just
Well,
wanted
on
to
the
say-
board with a round, I would say. It's
Just-
not really like properly on the board.
Not yet. Anyway.
But that's the thing, like, you need to really look out for your mental, because if you lose your mental in the first game, then it's really difficult to face 2 more challenges without actually having to like
Of course.
recenter yourself.
That character under pressure, just keeping him locked down.
It is disgusting.
Thought he locked him down enough to get a Carabuster, but that was not true.
I could see the Heavenly coming out there, by the way, which just got bursted.
Yeah. You see the startup for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what you were saying about the mental and stuff as well. It's exactly the same as when you're kind of going into a tournament as well. You might not get a lot of time between your games, but it's all about kind of, even after that game 1, if you go down game 1, it's all about keeping your mental together so that you've got the mental flexibility to adapt to what your opponent's doing. Because if you lose game 1, you gotta adapt. You gotta sit down and look, okay, why did I lose that one? What can I change so that doesn't happen?
Yeah. And then the opponent just changes the game plan, and you're absolutely fucked.
Oh, stop that! That happened to me during the SEL as well. I believe it was Chiefs Affinity. I played him two games, and I felt like I was just starting to get a hold of kind of what he was doing, starting to make the right adaptations, and he completely changed his game plan for game 3 and starts hitting me with the unreactable stun dipper, and I'm just like, yeah, okay, well, I guess I'll just eat that then.
I guess I'll
I
die.
guess I'll die. But no, it was an absolutely cracking game, and I had a lot of fun playing against him. I certainly would play him again. Excellent Kai player, one of the best I've played against.
I'm actually like, Kai is my worst matchup.
It's a hard matchup. That 5k man.
Oh, so what happened here? Because I remember Reinart saying this at the time. So he was gonna do another slide head, but he messed up the
He
input.
doubled up the input.
Yeah, so he got the Heavenly, and like KZK has got the right read. He knew like another one was coming, but by accident
He died.
He actually. This is like the worst way to die, because it's not you got the right read and the opponent messes up the input and kills you. How disgusting is that?
So sometimes it's great to be shit at the game. You know, you can.
You know,
turns out you can still win even if you're shit.
This reminds me of the times, or my favorite scenario, when someone comes up to me when I'm on the ground, goes for the meaty, And I see the meaty coming, so I'm like, okay, this is gonna have to be a wake up parry. And you mistime the meaty, so what happens is that I get punished for you fucking up the meaty.
Hey man,
I love it.
Leo's back turn kick is really hard to time. It's really fast.
Oh, it's still annoying. I'm not happy about this. It's like, oh nice, I'm ready for your shit, and you're not ready for your own shit, so I get blown up for it. Nice.
Remember, turns out being shit can pay off.
It really does when it's against the wake up parry. Oh. Yeah, I could have like an hour long rant about this shit, but I'm not going to.
Every week, please help us. Send help.
It's probably going to happen this week as well, because I can't remember how many times I tried to parry, but it's probably going to be a couple of mistime meaties.
It's going to be at least one every week.
Well,
I mean, that game was over in just about a flash.
Well, this is like, it almost feels like that nature is trying to reset itself, and it's just like Reinart going like, okay, I got the spoon, I shouldn't have the spoon, and you should not have the belt, so I'm going to take it from you. And so far it looks like he is taking the belt.
Yeah.
Because he just 3-0'd Case of Chaos.
First one in the running. Will Case of Chaos be able to defeat the rest of us and give Reinart the belt?
Well, if that happens, we're gonna have to fight for Bottom Bitchy.
One of us will, depending on.
Well, if he beats both of us, then we have to fight for it.
Am I not right in saying that if a Case of Chaos loses all of his games, then he will automatically maintain or retain the spoon?
Yeah, it's a very rare scenario.
It's a very rare scenario
when the champion gets beaten down that much, but I guess we're just gonna have to see.
Yeah. Okay. You're up next.
I'm up next. Let's rock.
All right. The Prince of Parry himself, from somewhere in Hungary. Still haven't figured that one out yet. It's Weirdling coming up against, for the first time ever, champion Case of Chaos.
Somewhere in Hungary, that's the nicest way I've ever heard.
You know, gotta keep it clean, gotta keep it friendly.
Yeah, because we haven't sworn enough yet.
I wasn't feeling particularly aggressive, so he's somewhere in Hungary. There.
Well, it is somewhere, yeah.
Yeah, do it. I'm not wrong. You know, gotta stay correct, everybody.
Going into this, I was like, okay, clearly Case of Chaos has been good enough. And I figured that if I'm sitting down on the sofa, my inputs are shit.
Extra leverage.
I was just like, oh my goodness, I need to sort this shit out, because all my core circles, all my usansons and stuff end up being kabaris and stuff, because I'm not TKing it enough.
Is it like cycling on a slope? Everything's got a little bit more gravity resistance.
Well, there's like a so it's slight. There is a slope. That's what it is.
No, I know.
Because I'm sitting lower than I normally would, so my knees are higher up, which means that the stick is more towards me.
Yeah.
So
it's more so messing with the muscle memory than it is like actual traction and making your muscles work more.
That's pretty much it. So what I'm used to doing is not working.
Yeah.
So I'm just like I'm missing, like, I think if I ever get like a red Roman cancel, you will see that I'm fucking it up like every single time.
Okay, taking round one. Well, I mean, I spoke a little bit too soon, but with the red RC no burst on deck, I figured it was pretty clean cut.
Unless he drops it, which also happens.
It happens from time to time, although less. That was a really good exchange there, actually. No, sorry, the exchange caught me off guard. He came in very safely with a dash 2K and recovered in just enough time to block your 2P, which was a really good exchange. Really good footsies.
Yeah, that was me fucking up the follow-up.
Well, there's the burst. We saw it happen before the RC, everybody.
And he blocked it, which is not something a Case of Chaos does that often.
If he didn't block it, I would have been mad, because he had 1,000,001 years to react to it.
Also, I won the parry off once more.
Nice. I mean,
and
you should.
Then I lose the DP as usual.
As you should. I mean, I don't know if Case of Chaos knows, but if you get kind of hit on the guard point, or the hit after the guard point, you can get the world from that. You just got to dash cancel something. But yeah, more time in the lab, I guess. That was pretty sweet.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, yep. No,
DP,
that's a natural frame trap. I think he has about 3 frames to do the DP, and he did. That was also me fucking that up.
Quite
So
impressive.
what I'm trying to do here is that every single time I get a red RC, I'm trying to instant air dash tatami and then get a B&B combo.
Yeah.
But what happens is when I jump up and I go for the dash tatami, I accidentally press slash as well, so I just end up slashing.
Yeah.
And that's mostly because I'm sitting in a position where my fingers are slightly different, so I press the wrong button.
Right. Big punish. Okay, the first time we see him punished, that's not just kind of running up and grabbing you. So good stuff there from Casey Castle. Slightly more optimal than before. It's what we like to see.
And he gets him the game.
Finally on the board after his 3-0 sweep with Reinart there, or lack thereof 3-0 sweep. Reverse 3-0 sweep.
Reverse 3-0. Yeah, I was ready for the DP this time.
For the first time.
For the first time in my life.
So far. Nah, I mean, you're getting quite good at baiting me out with it, but I'm quite predictable. I'd say I'm a bit more predictable than Casey Chaos.
I find it easier for you to be DP baited than Casey Chaos.
Yeah.
But also, like, you go from like full screen 2Ds as well, so it's. Oh, am I gonna follow up? Let's see if it works. No, it doesn't.
Nope, that's a backy ID.
And that is something that I don't know why I do that. I literally.
Oh no.
No. Like, all I want to do is jump up and dash, but I think I'm jumping back, and when I'm jumping back and dashing, obviously it's gonna backdash.
Yeah.
Because I'm using the dash macro. So that happens.
Ooh. Okay. I'm not sure why the 2As there didn't connect.
Ooh, okay, I wasn't sure that was gonna work.
No, the meaty was quite heavily mistimed. There was a lot of things you could have reacted with there. I mean, Yo's answer being one of them.
That was also a combo that I dropped because that was meant to be a Kabari as well.
Oh, that was, I mean,
he was trying to be big brain here because
he was, yeah.
He was waiting for me to press a button, any button but super, and it would have probably hit me.
Yeah.
So that was bullshit.
Parried the other side, nice.
Yeah.
Double KO. No, that one goes in your favour. Very nice.
No, it wasn't a double KO. It was just
No, I thought it was a double KO, but it went in your favour.
Oh yeah, it was. I was like, please, DP. I know you want to DP, just fucking do it. But he didn't.
And that's why he's getting hit right now.
And I was like, okay, he didn't DP before, he's probably not gonna now, and he did. And I caught him off guard.
Okay. Evening up the score.
I am on the board, lads.
Anybody's game. It could go absolutely anyway, as you said, on the board.
Yep.
Lads.
I'm on the board, lads.
It's a pretty good Johnny impression. Ooh, okay, beats the parry.
Oh, so I figured that if I do like a 6k and I press a button afterwards, you guys can just fucking 2k me, and I'm just like, there's nothing I can do. So I'm like, if I just block after that, I could probably get rid of that problem.
Yep.
And I could.
It's very true, because we're certainly not plus after 5k. We're not negative, we'll be able to block, but it's still within neutral.
Ooh, that was, I forgot this was actually pretty good.
It was a good parry, yeah.
Yeah, I propelled myself. Another parry. Recently I've been winning the parry-offs because you guys never parry twice.
That's very true.
And that has been the, like, back in the day when I first started playing Viking, or like the early days of season 2, I was like doing parry-offs with you for like 2 or 3 times before one of us pressed the button.
Yeah.
Oh, the first follow-up I actually nailed. Fucking yes. Oh my god.
It's only like a game and
it only took me 3 games to get there. But this is what happens when I'm sitting in a different position. It takes me time to adapt. Oh.
Making good use of the guard impact.
Yeah, that's something that both of you have been like properly like utilizing recently.
Well, I don't know if they changed anything about it, but with the season 2 changes, the guard impact certainly got a lot more useful. I don't think they changed it directly. I think they changed everything else, which made it more useful somehow.
I absolutely despise that I can just shoot you with my super, and your parry just negates it.
Yeah,
like
there should be some sort of interaction there.
I'm actually glad that it doesn't get reflected.
Well, no, yeah,
that would be worse. But it's still annoying.
And I think if we're close enough to you when we parry it, we're going to get the follow up as well. I think it's only when we're that distance away that parry does nothing.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And I think that kills.
That is going to kill, yeah, definitely.
The other thing I realized, by the way, is that when I use my gun and a Kai uses the super projectile against me, the gun just deletes his projectile and goes through. And I'm like, that is fucking brilliant.
Okay.
Because if I see a Kai doing that, I can just shoot and he will die. Which is great. Yeah, Case of Chaos just got the the thirst for blood.
And again, we see it, the RC.
I'm usually quite good at blocking the bursts anyway.
Yeah.
Because I think out of all of us, I think I have the highest rate of blocking bursts.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But yeah, that was made super easy because I could see not only because I get the audio cue as well, because obviously Leo's shouting his burst line. Yeah. But also you can see that he was going to jump up and do it.
Yeah.
Is that a kill? No, it's not a kill.
Not quite. Not far up of it. Any damage will do.
Please, let me
damage. I saw the tatami and no shield on the side of Case of Chaos.
Yeah, whenever the opponent is a chip damage, my entire game plan is to get a tatami.
Yeah, it's the same with us and the projectile as well. We want to get the projectile out. If you're within that range, it's not about trying to chip the opponent out. It's trying to make the opponent make a mistake.
Yeah.
You know, because they're going to be under a lot of pressure. They know that they're within range that they could be chipped out, and they know that whatever specials you throw out are going to chuck out chip damage. So you want to make that as hard as possible for them. You know, you don't want to make it easy.
Yeah. Although my plan is to get chip damage. my plan is slightly different. It's like, okay, all you need is chip damage. Second hit of tatami is what I need.
Yeah.
Also, I learned it like yesterday or like a couple of days ago that if a Baiken does a tatami, the first hit can be parried.
Oh right.
And I've done it before, and I was like, I did not know that works, but fucking yes.
But the second hit can't be parried.
No, the second hit is a projectile, but the first.
Oh right, okay.
The first hit is not a projectile yet, so you can actually parry
that. No, I mean obviously it can be reflected. Surely not.
No. But yeah, so it is a projectile because if you hit Baiken and before the second hit, the tatami just breaks.
Yeah, am I right in saying that when it's in the air, full on counts as a projectile?
It is a projectile. I think it could be flecked as well.
Yeah, I'm sure it can. Yeah,
but I don't think you can. I don't think your parry could reflect it because it's not like a. Like, how would you reflect it? It's falling down.
Well, it's like the gun, for example. I'm not going to be able to reflect that the same as the.
Oh yeah, but the gun is a super.
Tatami. Wow, Case of Chaos taken 3 against.
Yeah,
not easy games as well.
I actually just remembered that I actually had a nosebleed at the last game.
Oh yeah.
So I was just like, at this point, I was just like sniffing constantly, and I just like jumped up straight after it was done, and I was like, let me get to the toilet. I need to get some toilet paper in my nose.
It was only within kind of the last 20-30 seconds of the very, very last game that happened.
Yeah.
So, and you were keeping it together until I would say the very last interaction there when you just absolutely had to go.
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember how much it affected my game.
Not a lot,
but it's like. Yeah, I mean, my general execution was kind of bad on this one, so I guess I deserved that 3-1. At least I got one game.
Very true, and as I said, by no means was it an easy game for Case of Chaos. It was very close, kind of the whole way. Right up until the very last game, where your nose decided to absolutely explode.
Well, considering that the next day. Even though I lost this.
Yeah.
Considering that the next day I went up against players who are much more higher rated than I am.
Yeah.
And I went to game 5 to the last fucking down to the wire. Then I would say that this is not that much of a problem.
Very true. No, you played amazing, and like as we keep saying as well, like it's by no means a reflection like you play as good as your last game. You know,
Yeah.
it's one of those things. Like you fluctuate, you go up and down, not too much because we're all pretty consistent players, but it does sometimes depend on the day as well.
Oh yeah, of course. I think the least consistent would be Case of Chaos.
Mm.
True to his name.
True to his name, chaotic.
But I do believe that, like, generally speaking, the most consistent gameplay is usually mine. Because when it comes to the gauntlet results, my general fucking score is like roughly the same amount of wins as loses.
Yeah.
And that's the vast majority. But when we get to the yearly like review, and we will see how many games we have won and lost.
Yeah, we can.
It will probably tell you that I have the most balanced win-loss ratio.
Well, we hope.
Well, I'm projecting this because it's probably true. But we'll see how it goes.
Cool. Yeah, something else for us all to look forward to as well. The end of the year roundup.
Oh yeah, the slashback.
The slashback. All of the accounting nerds or Johnny gets to do their skills.
Well, and Jamie as well.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna leave this to the engineers to do. I need to do visuals for it.
Nerds.
So with me out of the way, it means that it's only yourself to challenge the champion.
Yeah, of course. Ready for the Leo off of the night. There's always one.
Yes, there's always a silverback challenge.
Oh yeah, always ready for it.
Right. Let's see how it goes.
Let's go.
From left down, up. From left, right. For fuck's sake. So from up, down, left, right. It's the center of the blender. It's Senpuu Retizan.
Joined by Johnny, apparently.
I did my best to make a Johnny impression.
Is that you? Are you wearing a jumper mask?
Alright, lad. You're fighting me, lad. Oh, yeah, let's go, boy.
Yeah, I got some za, bruh.
Yeah, you got some za, man.
Just throw out all the Johnny catchphrases, all the Case of Chaos lines.
So fucking marketable, it's annoying.
Stupid marketable Case of Chaos.
So... yeah, it's just the pure fucking like Leo aggression going up against each other again.
Ooh. So I would say small adaptations that we've both made, but look at all these counter hits.
The one thing I really like about your matches is that every time you fight each other, it's almost like one of you's the something, and then the other one goes like, "Oh yeah, I should do that," and they just do the exact same thing to each other in succession. It's so fucking funny. It's like you're shooting two projectiles. Let's see if Case of Chaos will get a projectile back.
He didn't. He tried to jump over it.
Okay, let's see. Okay, DP. Are you going to DP back?
No.
No, nice.
I have learned not to mimic the other monkeys.
It should be like a minute counter.
This is what monkey see, monkey do.
Run through.
Oh. First time I didn't block the overhead tonight.
Oh, okay.
And wasn't ready for the command grab. God damn.
Yeah, so like you guys have been complaining about this whole like command grab bullshit, like how it's like almost completely useless.
Oh yeah,
but it turns out it's really not.
No, it's actually pretty good. I mean, it kind of does require setup. Doing it in neutral, trying to do it like when someone's waking up. It's not useless. It's incredibly dangerous.
Yeah.
Because there's so much that you can do if you mistime it very slightly. It can be quite hard to time as well because it's like the distance that Leo runs. But like during corner pressure as part of the mix, like during your meaty setups and stuff, absolutely great move just to kind of keep the opponent guessing.
Yeah, the one thing that Case of Chaos has been doing against me is that if he expects that I'm going to do a wake up parry, he's gonna go for that, which is so disrespectful because it's not mistime meaty that I would normally get, and I get blown up for it. He knows I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
So he's just like that. That's a full-on read.
A hard read, yeah.
Yeah, which is good.
Ooh.
Oh, nice DP. What is he gonna do? Not eating your jab. But eats it the second time.
And then eating the jab.
It's like, oh, you're not gonna jab me. Oh no, a jab.
Well, it's more he did the 2K2D, and the Leo brain goes, oh, unsafe, punch. You know, there's probably more that I could do with that, but you know, the instant reflex just being punched on. Oh yes,
Oh yeah, that's the match I
the
lost.
good old black screen of chaos. Yeah,
So
unfortunately.
I apologize for that, because when I recorded all these matches, I missed this one, and when I went back to record it, I had played too many games, so it was not available anymore. So
Can confirm, Case of Chaos takes game 2 in the most thrilling game you'll never see.
and now the best game you have ever seen from really far away.
Doesn't get to continue the non-stop action with game 3.
Yeah.
Oh, almost a pinball, but instead it was a DP.
It seems to be like a trend with Case of Chaos at this point, that he just has like lost footage of his matches.
That's true.
Because that happened in SCL as well. Like 2 of his games are completely not streamed.
Oh really? Oh yeah, of course, yeah. The most recent SEL stuff. I thought you were talking about the group stages.
Oh no, that was fine. Ooh, blocking the projectile. Oh, I thought you were gonna super there.
Probably should have.
Yeah.
No, I got more damage out of the RC.
So I recently discovered, and I apologize for taking away from this game.
That's alright.
But
it's very close.
I am actually looking to I'm actually looking to do more. If I get a wall splat, I should use super more often, because like, I usually just not use it, because if I break the wall, then you know, if we transition the screen, I can just shoot the gun.
Aye, yeah. If you think it's a backdash, the gun's the best thing you've got. Or I mean, if you think they're going to press a long range button,
yeah. But
it's probably going to win.
I realized that I could just use my super to break the wall for more damage, and once we transition, since it's a hard knockdown, I can just safe jump and just start the pressure again.
Yeah.
Which is just as dangerous.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
So
safe jump is very, I mean, good for you, dangerous for the opponent.
Yeah.
Read the block. The first burst bait you'll ever bait. The first burst bait you'll ever see from burst baity Bento. Yeah.
The bait. And you sound like an auctioneer in Texas.
I'm not even going to attempt.
Yeah, I was going to say that there's no attempt to do that. That's impossible.
Yeah, no, it's mostly like an inaudible enemy. Yeah, it's the rhythm of it all really gets you. Sometimes it's quite fascinating.
I love. There was one video when someone just put some like hip hop beat under it. It was just brilliant.
Yeah, I think I've seen that as well. Okay, just kind of playing the patient Fuchi's game. Which I can't talk anymore.
Yes, the patient Fuchi's.
This is my new online persona. The patient Fuchi's guy.
The patient. That's like after Gru eating villain, we have the patient Fuchi. And that's a wall break. With a super
as well. Yeah. Okay. Big damage.
Well, relatively. Although Leo has some guts.
Ooh.
Yes, the trade.
Clinching it out purely based on the health value there.
You know, if you're playing a character that uses health as a resource, then there's no such thing as a trade.
Every character uses health as a resource.
Not really, because you cannot really do it with Chip or Melia or even Ramlethal.
Well, definitely not Chip.
Yeah, but you can. I can kind of do it with Baiken, but it's not really like
productive.
Yeah, it's not very productive. But you like if you trade with Potemkin, you don't trade, you lose.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like every trade you have with Potemkin, you're going to end up with the short end of the stick, because there's no way you can do more damage than Potemkin in one hit, and there's no way you can lose less health than Potemkin.
Very surprised that the Case of Chaos managed to eat the 6H and the 6P equally. Taking game 3.
I think he was getting a bit more panicky at this point.
Yeah. I said that to him at the time. The game 3 felt a lot easier for me, but by that point I kind of slowed down and I was trying as best I could to stop the things that were getting me, right, which was the DP and the back turn mix. So just kind of trying really hard to kind of slow down a little bit, predict and punish. I did a pretty good job of that. And then as we saw, Case of Chaos kind of started to lose it a little bit during kind of the last game there. But every other game, tooth and nail, straight to the very last hit of the game as well.
Well, I
That's
just
the
I just
absolute
have to
wire.
say that we need to give KCK's credit because this was
Oh,
the
yeah.
first time, for the first time in his
In
life,
his life,
he was
The
champion,
champion.
which means that he had to defend the belt, which is a
Yeah.
whole different experience.
very true.
So this was the first time he actually had to like go through with the whole like, oh shit, I'm
whole
getting
gauntlet.
attacked by 3 people, and I need to make sure that I don't lose to all of them.
Yeah.
So,
Which he did successfully. He didn't lose to all of us. And he took games off of every single one of us as well.
no, not Reinart.
Not Reinart, sorry. Very close. Took rounds off of Reinart. But like it still could have gone either way. He very easily could have held it.
So yeah, as like considering that he went from nothing to champion.
Yeah.
And he didn't go back to spoonholder straight away. I think that's good enough.
Tells you that there's real improvement being done. There's real kind of consistency at play here as well.
Because I think the first time like Green Palabard won the belt back in the day, he went straight to spoonholder the next week.
Certainly did. Jay lost every single one of us.
Yeah. So, and yeah, he also had to deal with like 4 of us.
Yeah.
Not just 3. So yeah,
Very true.
it was a different time with 5 people. But yeah, so Casey Chaos, pretty good run for a first Champions Gauntlet as the champion.
Yeah, we'll probably see more of that soon as well. Because I mean, he'll be back to Challenger as well. And I don't know about you, but I always feel that going from champion the next week, you always feel a little bit relieved, a little bit like, oh yeah, I don't have to fight everyone this week. I just need to beat one person. I can do that,
or maybe 2.
I can beat one person, or maybe 2. But I'll stick to beating the champ thing, so I can do that. So I'm sure Johnny will be reinvigorated next week and ready to sit down and go, hey, I can beat one person. I can beat either Senpuu or Reinart, whichever one of them wins the belt this week.
Well, yeah. Also, it's like, you know, just the fact that like you had this experience to defend the belt, you kind of know how to affect the mental of the other person who's dealing with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course.
So, but yeah, we still need to decide who gets the belt. So we're gonna have to see the face-off between you and Reinart. And
Yes, Reinart. Yes, our new competitor indeed.
It's just like I picture Potemkin with like cat ears.
I was
the
just getting it, like, oh god.
It's very similar to what Jamie has as a profile picture.
Please no more Potemkin, please. Please no, I do not need this in my life. Thank you very much. But yeah, coming right up, myself versus the abominable wall himself, Reinart.
Let's rock.
Oh yeah. Time for the playoffs. Myself and Reinart both in the running for gold. Both ready and eager to take it, primed for SEL, which would be the day after this.
Yeah, it's so weird to just like, because the commentary happens after everything has already happened.
Yeah.
But now it's just like we need to go back to the mindset of what was going on Monday.
Of course. I mean, if we had the technical capabilities to do it live, we certainly would. But at the moment, limited by technology and making do with what we've got, but making it as fun as possible.
Yeah, if we did this live, it would be an absolute nightmare to edit.
Yeah,
So
it would be. We would need a whole like full other setup that we don't have. But
also, I would have to make this my full-time job.
We'll be multi-millionaires in no time. Don't worry. Don't worry about that.
Oh yeah, based on the success so far we have had.
You know, if it climbs at a steady rate, then we should be there by the next 30, 50 years or something like that.
Potentially, like the second, third get together down the line might actually be like profitable.
But that's not why we do it. We most certainly don't do it for the profits.
Oh no, we do it to for film. Oh, he's been getting heavenlies all day.
To be fair, I mean, I reflecting back on this, I feel like I was being incredibly predictable with some of my play, and I think that kind of jumping back after every kind of footsies, every kind of pressure exchange, that just kind of gave him the inkling there. So good reads, good predictable play from myself.
When you say Goodreads, I think about the app where you can just track the books you have.
Goodreads, yeah. I'm not sponsored.
We're not sponsored by Goodreads. We just have Goodreads.
We just have Goodreads.
Well, there we go. You brought this one back.
Making a comeback.
Making a comeback with the Goodreads. Oh, nice. That's
no confirmed, but he goes for it again. Now who's the predictable one?
ha!
Huh.
No Mega Fist for you.
It's still gonna be me. Probably. Who knows? Oh, I try so hard not to be predictable. There's only so much one Leo can do.
Yeah. I figured this against Potemkin. Like, when I play Potemkins online, I have the benefit of them not knowing my playstyle yet.
Yeah, exactly.
But when I play Reinart, it's like, I know that if I dash in, and he hasn't pressed the button yet, I'm dead.
Yeah. Because you know that 6P probably coming.
It's either 6B, Heat Knuckle, Heavenly, there's so many things that could come my way. And I'm not ready for it.
And if he knows you're going to jump, then it's just probably going to be one of those.
But the question is never if I'm going to jump.
It's when.
The question is if I'm going to dash in.
Well, that too, yeah.
Because I will always jump. Well, that's an unfortunate first round for you.
Putting a bit more fight up in the second round there, but ultimately still losing it there to Reinart. Okay, dashing forward with the P. I don't know what I expected, but I'm going for it. Okay, maintain the mix, keep on guessing. That was going to be a command grab.
I just realized it's kind of unrelated, but when it comes to the colors that we use, I think Case of Chaos is the most unique.
Right, yeah, the black and orange type thing.
Well, it's like grey and orange, whereas everybody else is like white, red and blue.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was a quick.
That was a couple of mistakes for myself.
That's all you need against Potemkin.
Very true.
You make 2 mistakes and you're dead. Potentially 3.
I was going to say potentially, depends.
Yeah, it depends on the meter game. Oh, okay. Did you catch a Mega Fist there?
Don't know. I think it might have been a 2S.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. This was the. I think this is probably the most like high skill moment of the entire night, which was, by your admission, it was accidental.
Yeah.
But it is still something that you should probably like integrate into your game plan, because it looks, not only it looks dope, but it is like there's absolutely nothing the opponent can do about it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get back to it on the highlights, but holy shit, that was cool shit. Even though you lost the game, you pulled some high level shit there.
I'm really trying, man. Really trying. No, to be fair, like I would be happy if we get the clash, and I make the conscious decision that I don't want to go through the DP. I'm happy that I just press a button. Honestly, or just FD, which is something I'm trying to ingrain into my muscle memory some more. Get the clash, see the clash, get the FD. That time I consciously chose to just let it rock because it was around the start. Fairly sure there wasn't any other button that was going to contest it. But yeah, normally if you see the clash, I want to be pressing the button. I want to be cancelling out of the DP. So I don't want to fall through the DP after that and eat something that could be potentially a lot of damage.
So considering that you can do a projectile, almost like a Kara projectile, if it clashes,
yeah,
would it be possible to just like do a second DP?
I'm not really 100% on that. I don't really know how it works. There was a technique that they looked at in, I think it was Street Fighter 2, where you kind of you charge in like sections. So you would like do your charge, dash forward, but then it's still charged for some reason. So you would just press back forward, and the charge input would come out. So it's like you almost kind of like bank a little bit of your charge. I can't remember what the tech was called. It was
it has a buffer time.
Yeah, it's like a YouTuber I watched, JM Cross, was looking at it in Street Fighter 2. I'm not sure if that carries forward here, but that definitely fits kind of what we're looking at.
No, it's just like considering what happened there, but yeah, we'll just get back to it because I don't want to take away from the actual game.
Yeah. Because I mean, it's getting quite heated at this point, certainly. Although I must say, the games between myself and Reinart, they're normally quite heated as well. I tried to blue RC and get something out in the middle, but I didn't have enough time. Should have just jumped. Should have taken the safest option. Seize the burst.
Well, at least you got it right.
Plenty of time to react to that. Yeah. Still holding my own. Not gonna let them scare me. That's how they get you, the grapplers. That's how they get you. They get in your head with fear.
It's the fear and then the grabs.
Yep. First they get you with the fear, then they get you with the grabs.
It's twofold.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. I remember you guys I remember you specifically flipping out about it.
Ooh, that really boiled my blood.
Well, that's just how hitboxes work, I guess.
Oof. Yeah, of course. And the double RC, just to put it away, not really much from me there in the last game.
Well, it's unfortunate it's a 3-0. Well, Reinart just had a clean fucking sweep from bottom bish to champion.
Yeah, and I mean, the guy knows how I play. I did play pretty well. I guess he just knew what I was going to do before I did it, you know?
Yeah.
One of those days, one of those games.
Alright, let's see the best moments of the day.
Okay,
So this is I decided to include this because this is just Keisuke's not being able to burst safely.
Yeah.
And I was like, that has to be there.
You certainly put in a difficult position to burst.
Yeah, and this is, I was like, okay, this is an accident, but it's still like, it's such a happy accident it has to be in there.
Yeah.
And this is what I've been talking about, the one coming up. So this, oh no, is it? No, it's not that one yet.
Right,
oh yeah, this is Keisuke's grabbing up to red RC because he can.
Because he can, and nobody expects it clearly.
Yep. So here's what I've been talking about.
So the DP clashes, and we get the projectile coming straight out after that.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking is that if the charge is still in there, technically, if you pressed up and slash or heavy slash, you should get a second DP if that works. So yeah, the standings. I sit on the barrel for the first time in a while, I guess.
First time in a while, yeah. It's
I haven't had
fairly inconsistently that you're on the barrel. Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I had to make a screen where I was sitting on the barrel.
Yeah.
So it's been a while.
You try and find your most dignified bike and pose and put it on the barrel.
Well, Biken actually has a pose where she's like sitting down on like something.
Yeah,
so I was
she's
like,
kind
it's
of
perfect for the barrel.
She's kind of perching on her sword. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good rollback, but I mean, I think once again, because we've all been putting the time in for the upcoming live tournaments, the skill gap is starting to shorten a bit again.
Yeah.
Which is always good because
that's kind of what you want.
Exactly. Yeah. Of course.
You don't want like another like 10-week Reinart streak.
No, we do not.
If that happens again, then we're doing something wrong.
But yeah. So, somebody's not pulling their weight or playing enough.
Yeah, because
probably me.
that specifically happened when I switched to Biken, so I needed to learn a whole new character from scratch.
Yeah.
And at that time, I was the one person who constantly like
won the belt.
Yeah, like we were like basically like passing the belt down to each other between Reinart and myself.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you came in with like a new like super like high tech play, and you just steal it once, and then you lose it again, and then we just pass it down with Reinart again. So
you all get used to my new tech, and then
you bring something new, you fuck us up, and then you just like, oh okay, now we know how to deal with it, and then you just fall down.
That's the thing, like Leo tech's not so easy to come by.
I mean, at this point, I don't think we don't really need tech all that much. I mean, like Reinart does need tech because like Potemkin is like
super high skill ceiling.
Yeah, Potemkin is not a good place at the moment because like his changes have been like quite harsh on him. So you really need to be super high on your execution to sort of like bring him up to par.
Yeah, definitely. Well, he's got a lot of stuff that he can do, especially Kara's cancels, Okis and stuff. It's just it's all in the very minute kind of footsies game, and to get to that level and play with that kind of the optimization, you really got to know what you're doing. You really got to pass every kind of knowledge check, and that means that you know what you're doing. You're making your opponent constantly try and pass these knowledge checks. Like, oh, did he carry that? Did he not? What is the OK plus now because he's that little bit closer? Like, oh, geez. You know, you look at the meme of the guy trying to do all these like equations and it's just carry forward or carry back. Like, that's it.
But then again, like when it comes to at the end of the day, he needs to win fewer interactions because Potemkin has such high damage.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So I think like even though like I can see now because season 2 has been out for long enough.
Yeah.
I can see how Potemkin is suffering.
Yeah.
But I still believe that in the right hands, he's like.
He's still
like super strong. Like it's not something like, you cannot just dismiss Potemkin because he's low tier.
Of course, it's the same with any character as well, right? Like I mean, I myself would rate Axel low quite low down the tier list this season, but that doesn't mean that he's not an incredible character that can stop time and absolutely mess your shit up. Like,
well, yeah, it's like. Yeah, shout out to Citizen because he's an absolute fucking beast.
Absolute monster, that man, yeah.
One of the most, like, I would say that him and Nocturne were like, I didn't know Citizen when the SEO started.
Yeah.
But once I've seen the first group stage with Case of Chaos and Citizen was in there.
Yeah.
Once I've seen Citizen play, I was like, oh my goodness, I am scared shitless.
Yep.
the footsies, the cancels, the general zoning, like even when it came to like close range, he just knew which buttons to press.
Yeah,
and I was just like, God damn,
2Ks for days, which just goes to show. And I mean, this is what makes Guilty Gear such a good game. It's like even the top tiers and the bottom tiers, a lot of people will complain either way, but it's not really that big a difference between like your toppest tier Nagos and your bottomest tier. I mean, whoever you class as bottom tier, I'm going to pick Axel low because I hate that guy. But yeah, you know, like whatever you would class as bottom tier, whatever you would class as top tier, I mean, we all know it's Nago. But there's not a ridiculously big difference, and it certainly doesn't mean that, sure, it's going to be hard, but it certainly doesn't mean that people like Axel can't beat topper tiers like Nagos and stuff, you know.
I mean, the general consensus is that the top 3 at the moment are Nago, Happy Chaos, and Ram.
Ram, right, okay. I always forget the third. I know that it's quite consistently Happy Chaos and Nago, which, yeah, I see that when I'm playing online. I have a really tough time against Nagos. I have a really tough time against Happy Chaoses. I actually have an easier time against Chaos than I do against Nago.
I'm the opposite at the moment.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's so weird because I face so many Nagos. I'm getting used to their bullshit.
Yeah.
So all I need to do is bait their slow moves, and once it happens, I'm in.
You're in, yeah.
But then again, once I mess up, oh boy, here comes the blood rage train.
The only thing I've got for you, and the thing that serves me most playing against Happy Chaos, is dash blocking. I get that that's easier as Leo than it is as 90% of the cast, but it'll get you really far.
It's probably because you have an actual dash and I have a run.
A run. No, but still, if you tap your run button and instantly hold back, you should get pretty much the same effect that I was getting as well.
The main problem I have with that is that when I'm trying to like dash forward and then block, sometimes what happens is that I mess up the timing, so I just backdash.
Oh, right,
and that makes it worse.
Yeah.
So that's one of the, if you cannot insta block when you're running in on Happy Chaos, oh my goodness, it's a fucking
you're gonna get absolutely shafted.
Yeah, and once you get close enough, and Chaos still has the gun out, you don't know if he's gonna shoot or if he's gonna do some of his bullshit ranged moves.
Yeah,
where he just like kicks you or something.
That's where I feel like your heart really has to come out, because that's precisely it. The advice I have is dash block up, but once you're in that range, as you said, that still the gun is still out. You still got normals to play about, but you don't know what's coming. You just kind of have to take a chance and press a button.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. Like situations like that is when you guess wrong once and you're back to full screen.
Of course, yeah,
so
definitely.
Yeah, that's why Epic Chaos is high tier.
Yeah, he is an incredibly good character. He brings something completely unique to the table, and he's almost
I still
untouchable.
believe that Happy Chaos is a shitty design. And purely for the fact that he has auto battle, like literally he needs to get the gun out and it focuses and you just press a button.
Yeah,
there's no skill involved in his zoning, and that's why it's annoying.
The gameplay is pretty much as one dimensional as that. And I definitely feel you. As much as it has a lot of different tools and stuff, a lot of the gameplay does boil down to that. Yeah.
No, but that's why I think when it comes to like Testament or Axel with the zoning tools, they are Testament way more friendly. Yeah, or even Bridget.
Yeah.
Because all of these characters have like super long range moves that can like zone you out.
Yeah.
But they need to pick it. They need to pick whether they want to do like a long low attack or like a diagonal high attack or something that will stop you from coming in.
This is why I quite enjoy the Testament mix-up game, because even at mid to full screen, they're making you guess.
Yeah,
and I like that. I think that's a really cool kind of way to play a zoner. You're getting mixed at full screen. Yeah, sure, they can't really do much with that, but they can still mix you. They can take the okay and they can take the advantage from that.
Yeah, but this is what Happy Chaos doesn't have, because what Happy Chaos does is that he throws the fucking curse.
Yeah,
you get cursed, and all they need to do is just fucking gun, and then it focuses on you as long as you have the curse.
Oh wait, did I get hit? Yes, no. Okay, super.
It's just like shoot you a couple of times, you get guard broken. Oh, you got guard broken. Nice, reload.
Yeah,
and then just fucking click, boom, do it again. Yeah, it's just Happy Chaos is not a fun matchup.
Very cool character in premise, but not so much in actual execution.
Yeah, I would say that works
definitely. Back to the original point. Guilty Gear is an absolutely fantastic game.
It's still a good game, and you still should play it.
Yes, please play Guilty Gear.
And we're not going to stop, because now we see we can see gold. We can see the results from tournaments, even though they're not very high at the moment.
No, there's still room for improvement. Though we all got very close, and we all got to top 16, man. You know, that in itself is an achievement. As much as we want to push it further.
I mean, considering that we played against Scotland's best, or some of the I would assume that some of the other good players are maybe some of them could not make it. But consider based on the pool that we got, we finished at a solid high mid tier. So I would say that in a year's time might change to maybe the top 8.
Top 8, yeah. I can certainly see it if we put the time and the work.
And I don't see why we wouldn't, because if we do this every week, that means that at the very least we get a good hour or so.
Yeah.
Just guessing each other's stuff. So it's not going to stop, and we're going to make sure that it continues the way it does.
Of course.
So I think that's pretty much it for this one. Huh?
All said and done. Our new champion, champione, Reinart, they will take their throne next week.
Like every other week.
Johnny don't know who got the spoon.
Me.
Oh yeah, so you did.
I was sitting on the barrel. We just talked about it.
Oh yeah.
So it's highly likely that I'm going to be the first challenger, and it's a good position to be in, because Reinart usually has his worst performance in the first games.
Yeah.
So I might actually be able to beat him.
Champ's prerogative, you never know. He might decide to change the order. More than likely won't.
Yeah, it's usually you who messes with that.
That is true. I like to mess with that. It's fun.
So yeah. Expectations. Just in case I meet the versus screen in advance. Haha, fuck you. You can make them again.
I just love making everyone's jobs harder. Yay!
So for anyone who lasted this long, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next week with another Monday Night Rollback.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Take care, everybody.
Take care. Goodbye and good watching.